So for those of you who've already seen our last video on this, you already know how we feel. This year, the US Open decided to take a dump on tradition.
Oh, no, no, no.
They've stripped mixed doubles of its rightful place in the slam, shoved it off into a sideshow, and called it a special standalone event. Let's call it for what it is: an insult, an embarrassment, a joke, and most importantly, this was not a mixed doubles slam. We don't care how the US Open tries to spin this. We don't care what PR-friendly language they trot out about innovation or showcasing mixed doubles in a unique way. No, this was not innovation. It was marginalization. It was the US Open effectively saying, we don't give a about mixed doubles. We'll throw you a little exhibition before the real tournament starts. And if you're a fan of tennis history, if you care about the sport as more than just a highlight reel of the single stars, this should make your blood boil. Trust us on this. We're gonna explain why. The US Open didn't just reformat an event, they downgraded it. They made it clear that mixed doubles doesn't matter to them anymore. And if mixed doubles doesn't matter to the US Open, what message does that send to the rest of the tennis world? So today, we're gonna break down why this move was such a disaster. We'll go into the history of mixed doubles, why it matters, why players and fans are so pissed off, and why the US Open's decision is one of the most tone-deaf, short-sighted moves in modern tennis. Because make no mistake, the US Open hates mixed doubles. Let's get the facts straight. In 2025, this year, the US Open announced the mixed doubles would no longer be part of the main tournament draw. Instead, they'd hold a standalone mixed doubles showcase a few days before the slam officially begins. We talked all about this in our US Open Hates Mixed Doubles video if you want to check that out for all the information. The matches wouldn't feed into the regular schedule, there'd be no integration with the main event, and most importantly, the winners would not be slam champions. Of course, the US Open doesn't frame it like that. Read that again. The winners would not be recognized as US Open champions. And you know what that means? It means history is erased. Because for decades, mixed doubles champions at the US Open had their names engraved alongside the singles and doubles champions. Margaret Court, Martina Navratilova, Leander Paes, Martina Hingis, Mahesh Bhupathi, they all have mixed doubles slams to their name. Now, nothing. If you win this sideshow, you're basically the champion of a goddamn exhibition. Congratulations, you're the king of a warm-up act. And the US Open wants us to just accept this? Like this was some cute little experiment? No, it was pure disrespect. Now, we're sure some of you in the comments are gonna say, oh, well, HTT, who cares? It's just mixed doubles. And to that we say, you should care. And here's why. Mixed doubles is more than just a sideshow. It's a rare chance in all of professional sports to see men and women competing together on the same stage, not against each other, on the same side of the net. It's unique, it's special. It's one of the most inclusive, accessible formats in all of sports. Think about it. Where else in elite level sports do you see men and women on equal footing, competing for the same title? Not in basketball, not in soccer, not in American football. Tennis is one of the only sports where this happens, and mixed doubles is that platform. By shoving mixed doubles into a pre-slam exhibition, the US Open isn't just saying, we don't value this. They're saying, we'd rather this disappear quietly. And here's the worst part. This isn't some ancient format that no one plays anymore. Mixed doubles has had iconic champions. It has provided legendary moments. And yes, it has mattered to players' legacies. Martina Navratilova has 10 mixed doubles titles. 10! That's not just some trivia stat. That's part of what makes her one of the most decorated players in the history of tennis. And now, going forward, no one will ever be able to match that because the US Open has essentially killed the event. Let's talk history. The US Open has crowned mixed doubles champion since 1922. That's over a century of tradition of players lifting trophies, of fans watching legends partner up in fun, chaotic, but competitive matches. This isn't just some afterthought event. This is tennis royalty. Billie Jean King won mixed doubles title here. Martina Hingis won here. Leander Paes built a Hall of Fame career partly on his mixed doubles dominance. And every single one of them is now being told, yeah, thanks. We don't give a about your event anymore. And listen, we're not being dramatic. This isn't just an adjustment. It's a downgrade. The champions of 2025 are not going to be recognized alongside the greats of the past. Their names won't be listed as US Open champions. History has effectively ended. Honestly, this is where we need to take a break and say something directly to you. If you care about tennis history, if you care about the sport beyond just highlight reels and the big three worship, hit that subscribe button right now. Because apparently, the US Open doesn't care anymore. They've decided to throw history in the trash, and if we don't talk about it, if we don't hold them accountable, no one will. So smash subscribe, leave a comment, telling us what you think about this disaster. And if you disagree, battle it out in the comments. We'll be right there with you. You think we're the only one pissed? Players have been speaking out too. Jamie Murray, a former mixed doubles champion, called it a disgrace. Several WTA players voiced frustration, saying this was yet another example of women's contributions being devalued. Mixed doubles was the one place where stars could let loose, have fun, and still chase history. Now it's just a marketing gimmick. And look at the timing too. The Olympics in 2024 had mixed doubles as a main event, with medals awarded. That shows it's respected on the biggest sporting stage in the world. And yet, the US Open, the so-called Grand Slam of the people, turns around and says, nah, it's just an exhibition. And let's give it a fast four format for some reason. How tone deaf can you be? This isn't just about mixed doubles though. This is about tennis constantly shooting itself in the foot. You've got one of the few formats in professional sports that actually promotes gender equality. And instead of embracing it, marketing it, the US Open buries it. Instead of marketing it properly, they turn it into a gimmick. Instead of celebrating tradition, they erase it. Do you know how much people loved watching Serena Williams team up with Andy Murray in mixed doubles at Wimbledon? It was electric. It was fun. It drew in casual fans. That's the kind of thing the US Open should be leaning into. Instead, they've decided to kill the format, and they're still taking those stars and putting them together. But if you're watching those YouTube shorts or Instagram reels of the points, that's it. That's all you'll see. And you wonder why tennis struggles to grow. This is why. Short-sighted decisions, constant disrespect for history, no understanding of what fans actually enjoy. Let's compare. At Wimbledon, mixed doubles is alive and well. At the French Open, it's part of the program. At the Australian Open, it's still celebrated. The US Open is the only slam saying, no thanks, we don't care. It's embarrassing. It's not innovation. It's regression. It's moving backwards while every other slam respects the format. And let's be real, the US Open loves to brand itself as the bold, forward-thinking slam. The night sessions, the showmanship, the entertainment value. But forward-thinking doesn't mean destroying history. Forward-thinking means expanding it, modernizing it, showcasing it properly. Instead, they've made themselves look cheap. At the end of the day, here's the truth. This was not a slam. They don't get the respect that every mixed doubles champion before them received. This was not a slam. This was not history. This was a betrayal. And if the US Open doesn't reverse course, if they don't bring it back, if they don't bring back real mixed doubles as a slam event, then they're basically admitting they don't give a about equality, tradition, or the soul of tennis. So say it with us. This was not a mixed doubles slam. It was a sham. And tennis deserves better. But what do you think? Obviously the ratings were good, but are we off base? Are we wrong? Is this the future of mixed doubles? Do you not care at all about watching those events? Or is mixed doubles just marketing gold that hasn't been found yet? Because that's what we think. See you next time.